Hey guys, it's Ryan and Paul from Resell CMY. We're here with our $1,150 video game haul. This is a portion of it here. As you can see, we got stacks on stacks when it comes to games, and behind it here we got some consoles and stuff hidden, even some stuff in its box. We're probably gonna try to just go through this table somewhat proficiently. We tried this video a different way and it's coming off really stupid, so hopefully this one's a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then after we go through this table, we're gonna pack all this stuff away and try to get through the rest of it. So hopefully you can bear with us here.
A little history on this, where it came from. I'm sure you guys know. We've talked about going over to Jeremy's grandma's for a video game haul. She kind of put us off when we were supposed to go there, and I told you guys. We went last Thursday to go garage sailing. Got 15 minutes down the road and got a phone call from Jeremy. His grandma was ready to sell. Turned around, we came and grabbed more money because we knew we were going to need it as compared to garage sailing.
We beelined it for there after that.
And what you see is what you get. We spent $1,100 at her house.
Yep.
This is about half, I'd say, because we have boxes next to us on the ground and next to the camera. And then Ryan went the very next day. We're adding the $50 to this because it was $1,100 at Jeremy's grandma's. He spent $50
at a garage
sale on some Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, and some other things. So this is our $1,150 video game haul. Yep. So we can keep it in the book like that and everything.
Yep. None of this stuff is tested or anything like that, but I mean, you'll see here with the number of stuff that we got. I actually wrote it down on a booklet too, but we'll try to just show some of this stuff here real quick. We'll start it off with the $50 that I purchased. The first thing I got for $50 was the Super Nintendo. It is in there. It was dusty and stuff. I have cleaned it already. There actually wasn't a controller with it, but I took a controller from our lot that we got and I put it in there and made it complete. But this box alone, I've looked up and it sells for like 90 bucks. So right off the get-go, I got our money back plus a few extra dollars. And then Paul will get something here, and I don't even have the games from that $50 up here, but I'll grab those while he does something else.
All right, guys, I'll go over these couple old vintage Nintendo storage cases while I have them here, and they're big. Here's one, as you can see, the inside for old NES games, and then we got this video game console. It's called Console Center. It's a huge storage thing for Nintendo games, and obviously the top comes off, and it's all storage in the bottom.
Alright, again, part of that $50 that I spent, it was some Super Nintendo games, but there was also a bunch of Nintendo games mixed in. I left my number with her because she said she had more Nintendo stuff, but the main reason I left my number with her is that she said she had Masters of the Universe stuff, some old wrestling stuff, and then NASCAR shirts, like the old NASCAR shirts. So hopefully we get a call back from her. Honestly, I wish I took her number, because a lot of times you don't get calls back, but if I have the person's number,
we can
call, on a whim. So, not being like too intrusive like telemarketers or anything, but we can at least reach out when they won't. But here's some of the games. There was wrestling, Top Gun, Super Mario 3, Tetris, Destination Earthstar, Flying Dragon, Akira Warriors, Lunar Pool. And as far as the Nintendo games go, there really wasn't that many good ones. Mission Impossible, they're in these old Nintendo cases. I bet you could just lot those up separate and sell. John Elway, Quarterback, Castlevania 2, Cybernoid. And then there was a bunch of these like old cases and stuff. And then there was, even though I bought the Super Nintendo, there was only 4 of the Super Nintendo games. Baseball Simulator 2000 or 1000, Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, and NBA Live 95. But yeah, for 50 bucks, she actually started off saying, oh yeah, someone was saying I should sell that online and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, and I walked away. And then I started talking to her more about the other stuff that she might have. And then I just offered 50 bucks. I'm like, would 50 bucks do it? And she said, yeah. So.
And the next thing, I'll go here, guys. This box next to me, I'm not going to hold it up, but we have a box full 2 Guitar Heroes for Wii. They're the Gibsons. We got a Wii Fit board and all sorts of controllers for Wii in the bottom. Different handheld steering wheels, little guns, everything. But this box right here, I'm not going to hold it up. Full, about 12 inches up of Wii controllers and Wii things. And then the next thing here is a Wii U. This is a drawing tablet. This is in its box and complete. And this is it.
Yeah, so everything we're going through now is the other 1,000 that we purchased.
Yeah.
Here's 2 Nintendos. Like I said, they're the original Nintendos. They're discolored and stuff. This one has something going on in there, but even if I have to sell them for parts or something like that, we'll get a little bit of our money back. Hopefully they work. We'll see.
And here's a Super Nintendo from the same haul from her house, Jeremy's grandma. This one's obviously discolored and it's got some, we'll clean it up and see if it, and test it and see if it works, but if not, we can sell it for parts.
And then another Nintendo that came from, here, I can put that on those. We got another Nintendo that came from her house. It's actually boxed. This one's in decent condition. It does have everything you see on the box in there, controllers.
Complete.
And then it has the original game, all the paperwork and stuff like that. The box does have some wear and stuff, but it's just always nice seeing them in the box and makes it a lot easier to ship and stuff like that. So 3 Nintendos total. One of them is really good. The other ones, we'll see how they work out.
And here we got 2 PlayStation 2s. Here's one. And then here's another one, and this one's got extra drive, hard drive.
Yeah, it's a HDD on the back of it, so just a little
memory
extra
cards
something.
in it. Just set these over here.
And then we got a PlayStation 3. A bunch of extra PlayStation stuff too. This one actually looks to be in pretty good condition, so we'll see how that works out.
And then we got this Wii U, guys. It's new and it's not new. It's in its box, but it is complete and it is right here.
Yeah, so it has the tablet and then the console. I don't know if she has the games and stuff, or not the games, but the controllers and stuff separated out. Honestly, I don't even know how this is even played. But I have sold them before, and they seem to be pretty good money. I'll help Paul real quick. Next, we have a couple of GameCubes right here. This one has an extra Game Boy player on the bottom, so I'm pretty sure you can just, not only can you play the GameCube games, but you can take the old Game Boy games and plug it in this bottom piece here. So that'd be a little added thing. One of these, I think, we might end up keeping. Okay. Because we don't have a GameCube to test any games or controllers or something like that. So whatever one's the cheapest and the worst condition, as long as it still works, we'll keep it for testing purposes.
We keep all of these only to test. None of us ever collect this stuff, but we know we get.
I know we always have to reiterate that none of this stuff.
I've never owned a video game system in my life. My dad said I owned one when I was up to kindergarten, so that would be 1987 was the last time I owned.
1923.
Kindergarten. That was the last time I owned a video game system. I've never played them as an adult or a teenager.
No, we just like selling them to me. I have some. I have a PlayStation 4, but that's...
My kids do. Mainly Xboxes in their rooms.
For Netflix and stuff.
This next thing here is a GameCube. These are the bongo drums for Donkey Kong. These are in their box for GameCube.
Alright, next we're left with just a whole slew of games that we have stacked up here. I don't know if I have...
Here's a Wii Ultra sensor bar. This was new here. And a Wii console I have right next to me.
Hopefully Wii Sports is in there, because we have the case for Wii Sports. And I would say whenever we buy a Wii, I would say like 40 to 50% of the time the Wii Sports is still in the Wii. Which is like the one that came with the console. And I think people barely play these things. I swear to God. Obviously she did, but if this is the one that came with the console, they put it in, they play it a little bit, sits there for a while, and they sell it at a garage sale to us. But yeah, this one wasn't in there. But yeah, so as far as the games, just the ones that you see up here. First off, we'll do these ones right here.
These are what?
These are for the PSP. There's 14 of them. I think there's 1, 2... There's 2 of them that are sealed, and then there's an additional 3 that are loose. I don't know if should we read off the titles for these? How should we do it? All right, you guys. Here's you guys. Here's the titles for these. I didn't know how to go through and show you guys these, so we're just gonna
we're gonna show you so we don't butcher the names and go through each of them. But
and it's just gonna take too long. So yeah, that was 14 of the PSP games plus the 3 loose ones here.
Next, we'll go on to what one do you want to go on?
Next, we have Wii Games. We have 64 of these Wii games.
Talking about them, I'll go
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Sorry.
Paul will show you guys these Wii games. There wasn't a ton of like super great titles. There was some, I think, like decent like Mario ones and stuff like that. Like I said, hopefully we find the Wii Sports. But yeah, there's Mario. Even some of the Just Dance ones. You can make, you know, $10, $12, $14 with free shipping on them. Anything that you see here that will can sell for like $10 plus shipping, or like $15 free shipping, all those are going to get listed separate. And then any of the ones here that are like $5 games, $6 games, we're just going to lot up and try to move out immediately.
Yeah.
So we have so many. Like I said, there's 64 total Wii games. So next, we have 10 Wii U games. Paul will show you those real quick. Again, I'm not super certain, you know, how many good ones are in there. Let's take our time with this one a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, this next lot of games, I think there's 20 of them. These are the GameCube games. We're going to do these a little different. We'll read through these because some of these games are, when I was looking them up, are really, really good. So I don't know what it is about GameCube. Actually, the next day after this, the same day I bought the Super Nintendo stuff, I bought 4 GameCube games for $2.50 a piece. And
we sold all of them.
Sold all of them overnight. I listed them separate because they were separate from this deal. And none of those ones were super great, but they were. I think one was like 20, one was 18,
yeah.
and one was 10, and one was like 13 or something like that. But some of these are really good, 40, 50 bucks, and then there's one that I think is going to be like 70. So just real quick, Harry Potter. I don't think that's like a super great one. Super Smash Brothers Melee, that one is definitely one of the better ones. I'm just not sure what one. You can read off some.
Yeah, and here's Mario Party 7.
This is Cars. I don't think that's a decent one. This is a really good one to look out for right here.
Luigi's Mansion.
And that was the first one I pulled out of the box, and I'm like, okay, this is good. Please be in there. And it was good. I think that's like a $50 one.
And here's X-Men Legends.
Here's Donkey Konga. I think we can pair this one up with the bongos.
Okay.
And maybe even that one too.
Here's Donkey Kong Jungle Beat.
So maybe we'll take both of these and put them with the bongos and move them out the door. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy.
Mario Kart Double Dash.
I think that's a really good one. Here's a $120 game. I forgot about this one. That's pretty good when you can forget about $100 games. It's Sonic Heroes. It's not necessarily a $100 game, but this one is brand new sealed. So, yeah, this one will get listed right away. And then after I open it and test it.
This is Tack, the Great Juju Challenge.
Yeah, no idea.
That's your daughter's name.
Yeah, I named my daughter Juju. Shrek 2. That's her nickname for anyone that's been following along.
Lord of the Rings.
Shrek Extra Large. There's another good one.
Super Mario Strikers. That's a good one.
ATV 2. There's like a $60, $70
Wario
game right
World.
This one's in a like a rented case, but it's Crash Tag Team.
And this one is Lego Star Wars, the video game. Last one.
So just in this GameCube lot, hold on, I'm gonna start over real quick. Let's start from the beginning.
I was like, fuck you. We've done this twice. I ain't doing it 3 times. I'll quit and list.
So just in the Nintendo GameCube games, we have like $100 to $110. I think it might even be $120 for that Sonic sealed one. We have a $70 game, a $50 game, and I think a few more of those, like the Mario ones, were all $40, $50. So we might get probably $400 or $500 back just in the Nintendo GameCube games. Yeah. Which to me, when I was looking through them, I was texting Paul, like, okay, we're doing pretty good here. So next,
you're gonna white these.
So next, Paul's gonna Vanna White some more of these for you, kind of show them off. These are our PlayStation 2 games, and there is, I think, 60 of them. And again, there isn't a ton of good ones. I think there was like 2 that were really good. One was like Half-Life. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, right here.
If you guys want any of these games and we haven't listed them on eBay or they are on eBay, just comment on this video and we can make a listing for you.
Yeah, we can get it up right away. And a lot of our games we'll try to list a few dollars under everybody else's, but this is a good game, this Half-Life game, I know that. But yeah, 60 of these total. As far as condition, the PlayStation 2 ones were probably in the most consistent, like, you know, had like light scratching and stuff. As far as condition, these weren't the best out of everything we got, but they were still, you know, sellable and pretty good.
PlayStation 3 now?
Yeah, Paul's gonna hold up PlayStation 3. There is a couple of these that are sealed as well, but again, they're not like the $100 one. PlayStation 3 games, there's 22 of those. And again, I'm not sure how many great titles there are there, but whatever ones are cheaper, we'll lot up, and a couple of those are new sealed, so I know they'll at least sell for 10 or 12.
Yeah, guys, we can probably pack this table up. We got rid of, this is most of the disc games. We did a couple cartridge games from your $50 haul. We'll load it back up here for you guys. We got Skylanders in a box. Actually, let me talk about these remote controls. I can get this out of here.
Yeah, get that part
Ryan
done.
did go through and get all the remote controls all put together, all wound up, as you can see, rubber banded cords, all taken care of correctly. We stuck them all in this tote here. There's Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, there's Skylanders stuff, there's PlayStation stuff, there's Xbox stuff, there's every remote control. He did get rid of some that were frayed cords and whatnot, but these are all good to go. Not tested, but good to go. You can see them all in there. It's a whole tote full of controllers.
Yeah, and just kind of, we're going to pause the video here. Just stay with us because we have all the original Nintendo, the Nintendo 64 stuff, the Super Nintendo stuff,
the Skylanders stuff,
the Nintendo DS and PSP consoles, and all this stuff. Well, we'll get to that right in a sec here. Cool. All right, you guys, we're back here. This is going to be a lot of the cartridge games right now. We do have some more disc stuff. But again, this is all from that $1,000 buy.
$1,100.
We got another chunk underneath here that we got to go through. Another box full of stuff over there. So we'll just kind of try to get right into it. I think with the Nintendo games, I'll just have Paul kind of show you again. And then with the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64 games, we might just read them off because there's some really good games in there as well. Where did I put that book? Oh, that's right here. Plus, we have a couple of interesting things here that are worth some pretty good money that you guys should look out for. And in fact, I'm going to start off with one right off the get-go. This little case right here is $150. It's a Game Boy Player startup disc. And it has an instruction booklet and stuff. And you hook it up to the Nintendo GameCube. And honestly, I don't know what it's for. I looked it up separate.
It looks like it's that thing that goes on the back of that one GameCube.
Yeah, and it got the instruction booklet. But just this disc alone, for whatever reason, is really rare. And it was like $150 right here. And it was in really good condition. So, you know, when we do these big lots, we're always kind of just looking at everything and trying to come up with a decent price. And then hoping for like,
a few gems like that.
Big gems. So we'll know we'll make our money plus a bunch more. And then we're hoping for these kind of things to really put us over the top on a lot of our deals. But this was a nice one.
And the next thing we'll talk about, I'll go talk about the Skylanders box here. You guys can't see it. I'm not going to lift it up and bring it over. But tens of these Skylanders new. Here's a couple sets that are new right here, as you can see. This box over here, it's a U-Haul box, like just like a regular 3 foot by 3 foot U-Haul box. The bottom half of it is full of loose Skylanders.
So he's talking about a box like this big, and it'd be insane to take the time and show you guys.
It is up to here with loose Skylanders,
yeah, and
then the rest of it's just filled with new ones, and the boards and whatnot that go with them. So we have that. Ryan was looking some of them up. He was showing me some of them are 30, 40 bucks for a Skylander.
It looked like the Disney Infinity ones. They had like colorful discs on the bottom and stuff. It didn't look like those were worth much of anything. But there was certain ones, I don't know, you just stay tuned to the other videos because I'm sure you'll see them sell. But there were certain ones I was showing them that were $20 to $40 to $50.
Yeah, like each one, there's hundreds of them in there.
Yeah, so hopefully we can pull out a couple dozen really, really good ones out of there. We'll see. I'll go to a console. This is a Sega Game Gear. This is untested. But it looks to be in good condition and stuff like that. So we'll have to test that. And I got some games for that as well.
Here's a couple Pong, Atari, the new Atari joysticks. I just had this up here. Also, here's a Skip Doctor Classic disc repair system. This
yeah, she just threw that in. I don't know how well those things work, but she threw it in to help us kind of repair some of our.
You got the PlayStation 2 iToy. It's a video camera for it.
And now, as far as the Sega Game Gear games, where is it? I believe we have 11 of them. I'll just read them off real quick. I don't think any of them are really good. Solitaire, Poker, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Sonic Tales. That one might be okay. Sonic Chaos, Garfield, Caught in the Act, World Series Baseball, PGA Tour Golf 2, Echo, Tides of Time, the Dolphin game there, Clax, World Series Baseball again, and Pac-Man. So just a group of games there. If they're all super cheap games, we'll just lot them all up with the system if it works. If not, we'll sell a lot of games separately and then the system separately for parts.
Here's another untested console. This is the Game Boy Advance. It's got both chargers, a wall charger and the car charger in it, and a case.
Yeah, and we have multiple Game Boy Advance. That's just one that's in the case by itself. Speaking of that, I'll go right into that now. I know a lot of you might be waiting for the actual games that we're showing, but this is full of consoles here. So we got another Game Boy Advance. We have a Game Boy Advance SP. Is that what this is called? Game Boy Advance SP. These both seem to be in really good condition. Then we got a PSP for the PSP games you saw earlier. We got a Nintendo DS Lite. Yep. And then we got another PSP here, but it's missing the back cover. So I don't know if we'll come across one, but if not, I can order one if this tests and works. And then we have a little bonus find here. I've never sold one of these. This is a Game Boy Micro. So I hope this thing I hope this thing tests out well. It's just this little tiny console like that. Like the Game Boy needed to be smaller. But I think in working order, this is like 120 bucks or something right here. So a good little bonus.
I got another Game Boy Advance SP case here. It's just got a charger in it, but I'll go through and riddle off all these games for you because there's a bunch of them here.
There's, I don't know exactly how many games, honestly. Oh, the Game Boy Advance, there's 20 of those.
20 of them. Yoshi's Island. We got Monsters, Inc. Classic NES Dr. Mario. You got Creatures from the Krusty Krab. Shrek Smash 'em Clash. Pets, Hamsters 2 Life. Donkey Kong Country. Shrek 2 Activision. Super Mario Advance. Metroid Fusion.
I want to say the Metroid game was the good one.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Spyro 2. Tetris Worlds. Madagascar Operations Penguin. High Heat Major League Baseball 2003. Spider-Man. Madden 2003. Open Season. Narnia, and Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, so another good little grouping of games there. What sucks about these cartridge games that I have to test it. A lot of the disc games I can tell if they're gonna work, 99% efficiency. These ones I can't tell, so they have to be tested. Even if these systems don't work, I have Game Boy Advance, I have the old Game Boy, I have Nintendo DS, I have all sorts of stuff to test games. I know those ones work and stuff too. In that bag with those consoles.
That's a secret collection I didn't know about.
Yeah, well, I have games. I have every system to test games besides the Game Boy. So.
And at night down here, he's got 7 TVs going.
And I put them all in my bed and I just slither around the pile.
Slither around my game systems.
Cover myself in oil and just slither around. But yeah, that might get edited out. But next we have is this was with the consoles and they're really good, and something you should look out for are these dongles. These are the Guitar Hero dongles. They're for the Les Paul, and they have a model number on the back. If you guys ever see these, you can look them up really easy. These are like $54 to $50. They're like $55 to $60 with free shipping. So $50 all day long for these. And then there was, I've never sold this, but it's like a separate GameCube wireless receiver right here. And this looked like it was $40 to $50 just by itself too. So I put all this kind of stuff in the same bag.
I got this here. This is a limited edition Pokemon Catch-em-all 23 gold plated trading card. I don't know, it came from her house, but it's in a little thing.
It has one of those little Pokeballs or whatever inside, and it's brand new sealed inside it. So I think I looked it up. It's like 10, 15 bucks or something. I like this bag right here. This would be a good one. In here, it's kind of weird. We don't have any old Xbox games or systems or anything like that. But there was some a bunch of loose games. I think I wrote it down. Where did I write it down?
Xbox bottom.
Yeah,
7.
There's like that's for the Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
There's like 8 or 9 loose games in here, but I just wrote it down as 5 because some of them look kind of scratched and stuff too. That's just like an extra little bonus thing. We might be able to squeeze a few dollars out of those. What should we go into next?
Nintendo games up in front.
Nintendo games. All right, Paul's gonna kind of scroll the Nintendo games again. I don't think there was anything super fantastic in there. If there is anything, here, you want to tap the back.
I'll tap it.
Make sure you can see it. If you guys see a title in there that we should know, please let us know. We will find out eventually, just because we're gonna look them up and do the same thing. If they have, if we think we can get, $8 plus shipping on those or something like that, and they test out well, then we'll sell them like that. If not, we'll just lot up the games and kind of blow them out the door. But as far as Nintendo games, I counted 39 of them, so a pretty good amount. While he's getting the next pile here, we do have Nintendo NES cleaning kit as well. I haven't opened it up, but still a little bonus thing.
And here's the last stack.
And again, with these, if those Nintendos, I can't get them to work, I also have a Nintendo in a box up there. And I try to keep all the one of everything just so we can kind of use them. You gonna go through those?
Yeah, here's a couple more Skylanders, guys. Ryan actually pulled these out separate. These are like $100 a piece.
And so I don't know what makes certain ones more expensive and what makes, because we have a bunch of boxes that look almost identical to this, and they're like $15, which is still good for, but I want more $100 ones.
Yeah, I want them all to be
So
$100.
we have no Nintendo DS games that I know of, unless they come popping up somewhere. But we have a bunch of Nintendo DS cases and Nintendo 3DS cases. And the reason I was like, yeah, we'll take those too, is that some of these popular games, you can sell the cases separately. So like, say, Super Mario here, it has the case and the manual inside, but no game. someone wants to make their game complete, they might buy this for $10 or $15 or something like that. You know, if it's a $40, $50 game, they're going to buy the case and stuff for 10, 15 bucks. And there's a few of them. Like there's another Super Mario. There's a Super Mario 2. Mainly, there's a bunch of Marios in here. But yeah, I just grabbed all these. And whatever ones don't sell, I kind of have another little stash downstairs of just empty cases. And you can lot up 10, 15 of these and kind of get them out the door too.
Next thing we have here, guys, in this box is an Xbox One. 2 controllers, chargers, and 7 games, 4 of which are brand new sealed.
Yeah, I don't think any of the games are super great, even the sealed ones, but there is like a Minecraft one that you know will sell. Hunting one, Farm Simulator. But yeah, I mean, I totaled up all this stuff. The controllers are like $30 a piece. The system itself was like $200 and change. And then the games, it all added up to like $360, $380, somewhere in there. Which, when we first picked it up, she's like, oh, can I get $300 from that? And I was like, oh, you can just hold on to that. But then as we kind of went on, we made a bulk deal for everything. Yeah. So this was included. I wouldn't have picked it up for that much, but she knew it's a brand new system, basically. So that one I think will test out well, and we'll make pretty good money on that. Here's just a bag of random computer games. There's Warcraft and flight simulators and all sorts of stuff in here. I don't think there's anything super special in here. It might just be a big lot of stuff we get rid of. But we'll go through it and see if there's anything that we can pull out separate.
We'll go through everything to see if we can pull it out separate.
I know, mainly to learn what to look for next time. We don't really lot
stuff up much unless we know it's of value we don't want. We'll start lotting stuff up. Yeah. But we go through everything we have.
Okay. I'm going to do these ones.
Yeah, sure.
I'll read you off the Super Nintendo games right now. There is... actually, that's in the middle. I'll do the Nintendo 64s real quick. And then Paul will hit you with, I think that's Game Boy and Game Boy Color in there. So I'll read these off real quick and then he'll hit you with those. There is some really good games in here. I'll try to remember what ones were good. I'm not, they're all going to get looked up again. So, Star Fox 64, Mario Party, Turok 2. This one has some writing on it. Winback. I have no idea. Cruising the USA. There's a couple good ones in here, I promise. Armorines. Flying Dragon. I saw that cover and I was like, man, I bet you that's a good one. But I don't think it's got a lot of value. Duke Nukem. We got Body Harvest. I'll show you a good one here in a second. Nightmare Creatures. This one, I don't even know. Here, maybe you guys can help us out, because this has a ripped label on it. It actually says property of Hollywood Video on the back, too. What's that label, you guys? I have no idea. We have WrestleMania 2000. Here's the good one right here, or a good one. Conker's Bad Fur Day. If you watch one of our, first 10, 15 videos, I did a Nintendo 64 haul where I had this game. It tested well, and I think it sold for like $130. I have another piece of this game that I'll show you in a second that's worth another good chunk. But I would estimate $120 to $140 if this tests out good. It's actually in really good condition too, which is a plus. Got another chunk here. Pilot Wings 64, Super Smash Brothers. I'm pretty sure that's a really good game too. Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong Racing. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, Turok. We got Pokemon Stadium. That might be decent too. Here's a good game. Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. I had the gold version of this in that same video I just mentioned that sold for like 60 or 70. I think this version's like 40 or so. Perfect Dark, sold that multiple times. I think we had 2 of these earlier in the year. And then another wrestling game, Mayhem. So that's what did I say, 23 games?
Yeah,
23 of these games.
And I'll start going over these Game Boy games. Pokemon, gold version. We got Donkey Kong Land 2, NASCAR Challenge, and that one takes a separate battery, it looks like.
Yeah, that Pokemon game, I think, is like a $50, $60 one.
Driver, You Are the Wheelman. Super Mario Land. Arthur's Absolutely Fun Day. Tennis. Then we got The Lion King. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2000. Tetris DX. Arcade Classic 3. What is that? Galaga
something. I don't know.
Galaxian? That's what it looks like.
Zelda. That's a good, decent one right there. What Zelda is that? Link's Awakening.
Rugrats. Game & Watch Gallery 3. Looks like a Mario's thing here.
Yeah, and some of these are original Game Boy, and some of these are Game Boy
Tetris.
Color. There's 17 total.
Pokemon, another Pokemon Gold version in a case.
Two of the gold versions. Remember I said, she said there was 2 of them. I only saw one. I ended up finding the other one. So
and
hopefully
then F1 Race.
Yeah, so just in those 2 Pokemon games, we'll be well over 100, and we'll see how the rest of them go. Real quick, here's a separate deal. This is a Super Game Boy right here. You put the Game Boy games in there, and then you can put it into your Super Nintendo. Yeah, just another added little bonus piece. We have a whole slew of PlayStation 1 games, 17 of them. I'm not going to read every single one of these ones off. I don't think there's any super great ones in here. But I do think, let me see, that Parasite Eve might be decent. And then there's a couple of Spyro games in here. Those might be good too. I'm sorry if like scrolling through them there is not, entirely working for you guys. But there's no way we're going to read through
all these. You guys see some, once again, I'll reiterate. You guys see one of these games, and if you've looked, and we've listed none of them now. We plan on listing some today. But if you happen to watch this video in the next week or so and we don't have these listed, shoot us a message on here or comment, and Ryan can get them up and get them listed, and we can work a deal right through here.
Yeah, Paul can't help it all, just me.
He does all the YouTube stuff. I don't have
Oh,
messages.
Yeah, okay.
I can't.
I know, it just sounded funny. Just get a hold of us, and Ryan will jump through a bunch of hoops.
And jump in
and he'll be at home relaxing.
No, you can message on eBay, obviously, and both of us can answer. But if it's on YouTube, Ryan's got that account. He takes.
That being said, we're not just going to focus on this over the next week or two, because we still need to move size out the door, but these are going to be...
You guys have no clue. We just went to Dan's the week before last, and we haven't even started listing stuff from there yet. And we haven't even went... We're filling Ryan's house
Yeah,
full.
if you guys know a place that has a bunch of space that I can move to, because I don't think I can live here anymore.
He complains and complains, and the next thing we do
I'll
is
go the next
stuff.
day and buy more stuff. I know, we did this haul, and then Paul was leaving to go with his family on like a trip this weekend.
And Cape Cod.
And then he like calls me, and I was out garage selling the next day.
Yeah.
And my house was completely overrun already. Okay, so enough about all that stuff. We got Super Nintendo games, which I have never really bought a big Super Nintendo haul.
I've never.
Yeah. So this was kind of new to me. Going through them, I was like pleasantly surprised. There was a bunch of decent games. There's actually 38 of them. So me and Paul will both read off some of these. Cool Spot. We got Hook. And I didn't look up every single one. I just looked up the ones I thought would be
Here's
good.
the Wizard of Oz in its box.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think the manual's in there and everything. We got Donkey Kong Country 2. We have Jurassic Park. Tecmo Super Baseball and Monopoly.
Super Scope 6. Tasmania. Earthworm Jam. This one's got Jim. It's got a ripped label on there. Super Pinball, Behind the Mask, The Flintstones, and Tetris 2.
Street Fighter 2, Super Black Bass, Prince of Persia, Madden 95, The Lion King, and Pool.
Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, You got Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. You got Super Widget and Desert Strike.
Street Fighter 2. I thought I already said Street Fighter 2.
I don't know what you did.
Super Mario All-Stars. We got X-Men Mutant Apocalypse and Wolverine something.
We got Phalanx.
It's a dude playing a banjo.
Warlock. Donkey Kong Country. Mickey Mania. The Legends of Zelda: Link to the Past. And then Super Mario Kart.
We got Doom. Clock. Super Mario World, Super Bowling, and Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics. I can't remember exactly what the games were that were really good.
The gray ones.
The gray ones were excellent. The only one that wasn't good was the red one. No, we're just kidding. Again, as far as like condition,
you do want to go over this box.
Oh yeah, we got that down there too. But as far as condition, half of these have like issues with the label or rub marks or like stickers from being like rented and stuff like that. This one's actually from Wegmans. That's crazy. Wegmans Games. I don't know. So real quick, Paul pointed out that I didn't cover this. One of the things we were told when we first went out there is that she has an Atari brand new in the box. She didn't find that, but she did say that if she does come across it, that it was going to be part of the deal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Which we still might just pay for it separate because we're going to go back out there. I'm actually buying a lawnmower off her. Hopefully,
and I'm going to try to buy a four-wheeler and a bad boy buggy.
Yeah. So this is a separate Atari she had. I think it's an Atari 2600. I'm not holding it all up, but there's a ton of games.
Slew of paddles.
Yeah,
remotes,
paddles, controllers.
Games, console.
We just had one of these.
Sold one.
And
just sold one.
We just slotted it up.
Less than that though.
Yeah, and we just slotted it up and they bid it up. What is it, like
$71?
60, 70 bucks?
$71 the last one went for.
So
but once again, I'm gonna look through that box before I go lot it up.
Yeah.
Just to make sure there's no super rare Atari game or something in there.
The good thing about games and stuff like that is if you just lot it up in decent sized lots where they can see anything, the hardcore gamers are gonna find the good stuff and they're gonna bid it up appropriately.
Right.
So even if, we didn't want to do the time, we could lay it out and just go boop. But we're not going to test that. I've never tested Atari, and I'm not going to either. There's just not.
Ryan's got a lot of testing to do with this stuff. And,
yeah, the cartridge games.
I got a lot of listings.
I love finding the cartridge games, but
they're a bitch.
They're a bitch, and it's great, but sometimes it's just not worth the time. I would rather have all those GameCube games, because I can look on the back and be like, this is decent. And then if there's scratches and stuff, I'll write that there is. But I still can kind of tell because I had a PlayStation 2 when I was a kid, and I could kind of tell when it's too far gone. There's other stuff that you guys aren't seeing. I'm gonna grab those manuals real quick. But there's guitars, there's controllers, there's memory cards. I don't know how many memory cards there was, probably a dozen or so.
Tons of memory cards in this box here, controllers, remote controls, dongles. We got Guitar Heroes, as you can see here. This is to the Xbox. The other ones, the other two are to the Wii.
I think that was PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3. I'm sorry, not Xbox.
Another little lot of stuff here. We have this game, so we'll probably put it with this box. We have a manual for Donkey Kong Country. Again, we have this game, so we'll probably put that with the box too. It's right here, actually. We can probably lot all that up. Then we have some folded down games. I grabbed them and stuff because they might be good, but they're also the manuals in there. But I want to show you real quick. There's just a whole slew of manuals and stuff. So going through the manuals, we just happen to be super fortunate. And one of the few manuals for Nintendo 64 we got is for Conker's Bad Fur Day. So I told you the game was like 120 plus. This one has a crease and stuff, so I'll say it's a little bit less in value. But it's sold multiple times for like $60 to $65. So this might be another $50 to $60 just with this little piece of paper. And then there's a Zelda one also. That might be like $20, $25. And then a few others too that we can either include with the games or we could sell separately. But yeah, I mean, just in this pile here, there might be another $150 worth of stuff too, just in little manuals and stuff. So grab everything when you buy. That's another thing though, when you go to buy these big collections, you're grabbing as much stuff as possible.
Yeah, like we happened to stumble upon this, but we bought every single thing she had. Then we went out to her garages. Ryan made a deal on her lawnmower. I'm going to make a deal on her bad boy buggy and her four-wheeler if I can get it when I get there.
Yeah, the lawnmowers, I'm paying $3,500.
She's moving to Florida. We're not just buying her out for no reason. She doesn't really need the money. She needs the space, time. She's selling her house. Her husband had passed away, unfortunately. She's young enough to still enjoy Florida at her age, and she is selling everything and moving.
She's got some energy, too. She's
a little ball of fire.
She would be a lot of fun to hang out with down in Florida, that's for sure. Now, the GoPro keeps shutting down on us, so it's telling us it's time to leave. Mm-hmm. If you guys are here with us till this point, you guys are crazy, but thank you very much.
Yeah.
Please comment, like, and subscribe. We kind of got a boost. I think, like, we have a Facebook page, too, that's under my name. But you could also find it with Resell CNY and stuff. But some of our, I think, high school people that we graduated with and stuff kind of figured it out. So we kind of got a boost in subscribers. I think we're up to like a whopping 111 now.
We are.
So we'll just keep plugging along though. We should be able to do a pretty decent sales video, weekend sales video tomorrow.
Because Juneteenth's today.
Yeah. And
the post office ain't open.
Yeah, so we're waiting an extra day to do all that. We'll get an extra day of sales. And then Paul has to leave here and celebrate Juneteenth with his family.
Yeah.
And what else was I going to say? I forgot what else I was going to say. But thanks for watching up to this point. We'll have Paul's daughter, Kennedy, end the video for us.
And we should have a bunch of good sales coming up this week for you guys. Because once it starts, the thing with video games is if you have a price right, it should go right away. There's a market for it, and there's always collectors for it. So this next week could be a lot of good video game sales videos, too.
And with this kind of stuff, no matter how bad the economy is and stuff like that, people are going to prioritize games over everything else. Their children, freaking their mortgage, everything. We'll gladly supply them with the stuff. But also in tomorrow's sales video, we'll throw in a couple decent sales for last week since we didn't do a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
Because we had a couple of big sales that I want to at least catalog and show. But thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Say bye.
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 Say bye. Bye.
Say Resell CNY.
Resell CNY.
Said please like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
And bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.